Hi, Jennifer.
Morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Good. Really excited to be here. Thanks for the introduction as well, May. But yes, all good.
No worries. This is like my chat show in the morning.
I
So
love it.
I feel I'm doing my, what is it, Lorraine Kelly.
Yeah.
Um, so Jennifer, you are from Rituals.
Yeah.
Do you want to start by telling everyone a bit about who you are and a bit about Rituals for those who don't know who you guys are?
Yeah, of course. I have got some slides as well, so I can actually share that. Bear with us. Do, do, do. Let me know if you can
Yes,
see my
we can see that.
slides.
Perfect.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so I won't fiddle around with it then. So yeah, I'm obviously Jen. I'm a recruitment specialist here at Rituals. I have been in the recruitment industry for about almost 10 years. I'm actually 27, so born in 1998. And yeah, I literally started my journey fresh out of school. So I finished sixth form in 2018. I've actually got a little sort of life moments
Love that.
timeline. So yeah, I finished sixth form in 2016, sorry. And then I actually went into an apprenticeship. So I decided to go not go to university, sorry, and take a different direction. So a bit of a risk at the time, I'm not going to lie, because apprenticeships weren't still a massive thing. And my parents were like, "Oh, you must go to university," and I was like, "No, no, no, I want to go into work, and I've got a good feeling about this, etc." So I took my first apprenticeship, and that was in a recruitment agency. Funnily enough, um, don't ask me why recruitment. I just landed in it, and people were like, "You're good at speaking to people, so let's chuck you into recruitment." So, I was working for an agency called Quest, who basically support retail businesses. And I was there for 2 years. I recruited for the likes of like Ralph Lauren, phone brands like EE. I recruited for Hamleys up Regent Street. So yeah, really got to grips, I guess, with my first role in that apprenticeship. And then that led me on to wanting to go in-house. So I went to L'Occitane. You might have seen the brand L'Occitane. It's a French brand. And yeah, it's a lovely beauty brand. I did another apprenticeship actually with them for about a year, which was mainly in HR, which I did enjoy, but recruitment was definitely my bag. So I only stayed there for a year, got a lot of good experience and met a lot of great people, but then wanted to do something a little bit different and go back to recruitment. And that's when I went to Estee Lauder. And Estee Lauder was, it's a huge business. It's 25 brands. So yeah, really excited to join Estee Lauder. And unfortunately, as I joined, COVID hit, the dreaded COVID. So I wasn't there very, very long, unfortunately. But I loved it. I worked for the likes of, supporting Joe Malone, Bobby Brown, MAC, some really amazing brands, which I loved because I love makeup, I love beauty, and I never thought I'd get the chance to work for such an incredible brand. Um, and then after 2 years, I went to Michael Kors, which a lot of you might know. Amazing fashion, sort of premium luxe brand with their amazing bags that they sell. And I was doing recruitment there for all of head office essentially. So recruiting for the likes of buying and merchandising and marketing and e-com and digital and uh, you know, big roles in our London head office and all quite creative roles actually, which was really cool. And then I got approached by Rituals and I've always loved the brand and that's where I am now. So yeah, I've been here just coming up to 2 years. Loving it. It's been phenomenal. There's been a lot of key growth. I guess for those that don't know Rituals, I will go into a little bit more about who we are as a business. So yeah, I think that's a little bit one-stop shop of,
Yeah.
of me and who I am.
I love that. No, it's so nice seeing it in a timeline because
Yeah,
you can really see the career progression,
absolutely.
um, and how many different like amazing brands you've worked for, and you're only 27.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so yeah, I guess why rituals? And a lot of people ask me why I landed at rituals. And, I think for me, it was a brand that really stood out to me. I'd shopped with the brand before. Um, but there's a lot of emphasis around sustainability, DNI, and just well-being overall. We are a well-being brand at the end of the day. As much as we are known for our beauty, like our founder says, we're not here to sell you beauty, we're here to make you feel good, which really stood out to me. And I think a lot of brands are really focused on, just customers and sales, etc. But I think, with us, it's a whole experience. It's all about creating meaningful moments that really resonate with yeah, our customers and our people, etc. So yeah, that really, really stood out to me. Now, we're going through massive, massive growth. We've actually got just over 1,200 stores across the globe. We trade in over 32 countries. So the likes of UK and Ireland, obviously places like Italy, Germany, France, Spain, now APAC as well. So yeah, some real big, amazing growth. And so far we've got 13,500 employees. So we're actually a lot bigger than people probably think we are. And with that comes a lot of opportunities, especially in some more creative roles, etc., and things like that. So yeah, huge, huge growth, and the brand is only growing even more. Like next year, we've got just shy of 30 new stores that we're opening in the UK and Ireland. So a huge part of that, I guess, that growth that's happening at the moment.
That's amazing. And you got 10
Yeah.
spas as well.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got spas all across the globe. We've actually just opened one in Oxford Street. So just last week. So if you are in and around Oxford Street, then definitely pay a visit because it looks absolutely incredible. And we've got these pods that are like brain massages where they basically, yeah, like stimulate your brain and you can relax. It's super cool. So definitely go and visit.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Okay, so you got 13,000 employees. That, yeah, like you said, I don't
quite
think
a lot.
people realize how many, yeah, how big it is.
Yeah.
What are the different types of roles? So you said that, you get to see all the different types of roles. For someone who's listening and is like, actually, yeah, that's a really cool brand, or any luxe retail brand,
Yeah.
what are the options?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a relatively small head office in London, but our global HQ is about 800, 900 people in Amsterdam. So it's absolutely huge. But our main sort of, I guess, roles in London and in the UK and Ireland is starting on the shop floor where you gain so much valuable experience. You gain so many skills, communication, customer service, teamwork, all of those skills that I guess are really, really important to our own development, really. So those are our biggest roles. So what I would always say to someone is if you're starting out, actually starting on the shop floor is amazing because you get so many of these key skills and you get to work your way up and progress. And actually I've got some success stories later on that I can share with you of people that have basically joined us as a like, Christmas temp or a sales advisor and have then gone on to like even better things. So yeah, there's a massive opportunity here to sort of grow and develop with the brand. And I think as the brand only grows, that's only going to grow even more as well with the opportunities that are on offer. Currently we've got a marketing team. We've got an retail operational team in our head office. We've got the likes of recruitment and HR, even though maybe doesn't seem as creative as you'd think, it actually, can be as well. And then we've also got the likes of wholesale, etc. So some real key departments. And yeah, like I said, obviously the business is only growing, so it's a really great time to join.
So what you were saying is it's best to join on the kind of shop floor as
Yeah,
like that entry level,
absolutely.
and then there's room for opportunity to grow into then other departments,
Yeah,
potentially,
exactly.
moving to Amsterdam where the head office is.
Yeah.
There could be like travel opportunity there.
Exactly. Yeah. And like my colleague actually, she started on the shop floor and was a store manager for us for many, many years, and then actually went into head office and is now a recruiter in the recruitment team. So, it takes, I think there's a massive opportunity there to, like I said, start on the shop floor, get the experience, get the knowledge of the brand. And then who knows, there might be opportunities to then come into head office and gain valuable experience in other departments as well.
Mm. I think, I speak to a lot of young people and I think they just want to get going. They think that
Yeah,
working in a retail, shop floor isn't really what they imagined, when they're kind of getting into the industry. But like you said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
um,
totally.
you do have to. And you were saying that your retail stores are also quite immersive and quite creative.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about a bit about that?
Yeah, like I think so for us, service is, our unique service proposition. Like we are very dedicated to the level of experience that we give in the store. And that really is by building connections with people and customers. And I think when you're naturally quite a creative person, you can sort of delve into that a little bit more. So, it is approaching customers and giving them a once in a lifetime, experience in that you give them a hand massage. You talk about their day and, you build that rapport with them, which naturally I think if you are a little bit more outgoing, creative, etc., comes a bit more naturally at times. And I think yeah, when you are on the shop floor, like I said, you build so many key skills, like that communicational part and that team building and that service element that really can help your career in the long term. But yeah, I think if you're very, very creative as a person, starting on the shop floor, embedding those skills really, really helps. And you get to have fun doing it as well. And I think that's really is really nice touch. You get to enjoy it, learn from others. You meet a lot of great people, which then only helps in the long run, really.
No, definitely. And do you obviously look at everyone's CVs when they
Yes.
apply? Do you have any tips, tricks on, yeah, how people can stand out?
Yeah, absolutely. Please don't use ChatGPT. We're getting a lot of those lately. We want to hear from you. We want to hear about your stories, your careers, and what you're wanting to do next. And I think ChatGPT has obviously been used a lot lately, so please avoid. But no, I think just try to make yourself stand out. What are the things that you've done? Even if you haven't worked, what do you feel like you can offer? What skills do you think you show and portray? And I think that's really, really important. I think also the power of LinkedIn. Get on LinkedIn, connect with people. Create a profile on LinkedIn if you haven't already. Like, I think those things are really, really important. But I think just being yourself, May, I think that's really important. I think it's just being yourself, be who you are. I think passion and enthusiasm is something that we look for. Like, we don't expect as a Christmas temp or as a sales advisor that you're going to have all of this experience on the planet. Like, that's not realistic here. But I think just as long as you show drive, commitment, you're hardworking, and you're really enthusiastic, and you can have a bit of fun with it. I think that's really important. And yeah, that really comes across, I guess, throughout the interview process, hopefully. But I think to make yourself stand out in the first instance is definitely, like I said, putting yourself out there, because unless you do, you're never going to get noticed, really, isn't it? So and I know there will be some times when you do get knocked back, and I think it's just, trying to continue and be persistent, really.
Mm, no, definitely. And with apprenticeships, you obviously started with doing an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Do rituals do apprenticeships or not yet?
It's something that we're looking into and not quite there yet. So we currently offer internships. Now, typically we've been like promoting these within. So anyone who's come from the shop floor or has been working with us in Ritual Store will basically be able to apply for our internships. Now, potentially in the long term, we will be revisiting the internship program and how that runs, and potentially apprenticeships further down the line. But currently, we're not there yet. But who knows? Maybe in a year or two's time, it might be there, and it might be a completely different conversation that we're having today. So, yeah, really excited to hopefully, launch that within the business. It's something that's really close to my heart as well, as that's where I started my journey, and I see so much value in it. So, yeah, I think only time will tell, but hopefully very, very soon. Watch this space.
And because Christmas is coming up, that means you will
Yes.
have quite a lot of temp roles available.
Yes. Yeah, we've just wrapped up our Christmas hiring as we speak. But we've hired just over 800 Christmas temps, which is incredible across the UK and Ireland. And a lot of these people will go on to being offered permanent jobs with us outside of that once they've finished the year. So it is, like I said, it's as much as people say, oh, retail is, is it a career, etc. You really can build a career from it, I think, and it's all about giving it a chance. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think at least you've given it a try. And yeah, hopefully out of these 800 people, who knows what one of them might go on to next. It might be that they apply for our marketing internship or our retail operational internship or whatever it might be. So yeah, really excited to see them, those individuals grow as well.
Mm. And I think just from your timeline, you've gone from Michael Kors to
Yeah,
Tatton's. So like, even if you do, start in one retail brand, it doesn't mean you can't then
absolutely.
switch over. And that will always look good on your experience that you've worked with other
Absolutely.
luxury brands. Because I think so many young people will want to work for luxury brands, but
Mm,
it seems quite difficult. But
yeah.
your career has just shown that you've already worked for like four or five.
Yeah. It's taken a lot of hard work. I won't give that, definitely.
And so coming to the end of your session, I know it's gone so quickly already, but
Yes.
what is your one, piece of advice if you were to kind of tell your 16,
Oh,
17-year-old self, or someone who doesn't really know what they want to do, they're a bit stuck.
um, that's a good question. I'd say believe in yourself. I think, it's easier said than done in that, you want to be there already within a year or two. It takes time, and I think just being patient. But I think unless you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will. So I think it's having that confidence and being able to show up, show a business who you are, what value you will add to them. And yeah, just believe in yourself, because like I said, who else, if you don't, then no one else will. And I think we are all individually unique in what we can offer and what we can bring. So it's really important that we showcase that, and yeah, you set yourself apart from others. And the only way you can do that is by showing who you are as a person. So yeah, I'd probably say that. And don't be hard on yourself, because I think there's so much pressure externally and in the media and like on socials, etc., to have this life by the age of, I don't know what age you want to put it on, but in your 20s, let's say, to have everything together. And it's not always realistic, and people take different trajectories, and people change careers and all of that. So I think that's really important that, yeah, you give yourself the patience, and yeah, really sort of don't, move too quickly with things. And like you said at the start, May, it's not a marathon, it's not a run, so it's you need to take it slow. And I think that only takes time to build.
Yeah. Love that. Well, what a great note to end on, Jen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I've learned so much about rituals. I hope other people have as well. This will be recorded as well, so if anyone wants to watch it, share it, we will be sending the link very, very soon. But we will let Jen get on with her week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, back to work it is,
Back to
back to
work.
recruiting people. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for your time, everyone, and thanks, May, as well.
No worries. Well, hopefully see you soon, Jen.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
Bye, Jen.
Bye
Bye.
bye.